Thank you guys for joining me. My name is Madar from Food and Fragrances. First and foremost, I do want to apologize. I do have a bit of a flu slash cold. So if you do notice that I'm a bit stuffy and maybe a little bit slower spoken, I do apologize. But I did have a awesome video that I wanted to share with you guys today, being a video based off of a scent memory. Now, it's not my particular scent memory because, number one, who really cares? But it's about a perfumer who a lot of you guys know, who's really, really famous, who's done really, really amazing work. And I do have quite a few bottles in my collection from their house. It's about their interpretation of a scent memory and how they brought it to life, how they concocted such a wonderful formula that truly transcends time, experience, and relivability. So, if this sounds interesting, please stay tuned. We're going to roll the music, and when I get back, we're going to talk about this one fragrance that I got the fortunate privilege of trying. Thank you guys for joining me. I'm truly, truly, truly excited to bring you this because I would have not had the opportunity to sample this fragrance unless it was brought to me in this particular way. I ended up getting two fragrances from the house. One was inclusive of this sample that I'm going to be talking about today, from a fragrance house that I'm very well known to, or well known of, because I do have quite a few bottles in my collection, and I think a lot of you guys know as well. And this is from the house of Roja Dove. Now, I ended up picking up Chypre Extraordinaire and Harrods Oud. So I'm very, very excited about that. But with Chypre Extraordinaire, I did have the ability to add a sample of A Goodnight Kiss into the order. And the thing is, for me personally, this is something that was on my mind for a long time because I watched an interview with Roja Dove, and I believe it was Fragmental. And in that interview, I was still a little bit newer to the niche world, to Roja Dove. And he spoke about this particular fragrance, A Goodnight Kiss, and what it meant to him. Now, I can talk about my own scent memories. Somebody else can talk about their own scent memories, and that's fine, right? But when you have somebody who's there and they're actually creating perfumes, fragrances, and they're creating masterpieces, in my honest opinion, I think it's an awesome way to, number one, connect with the people that you're making perfumes and fragrances for, but it's also a great way to kind of understand, what does this craft mean to you? How serious do you take this craft? How, you know, it's at a point in time, it's not about necessarily selling, because from the interview that I watched with Fragmental, they didn't sell too many bottles. I think it was like when they launched it, it was about 8 sales, and they couldn't even fulfill the 8 bottles, so they kind of, had to go back and make more. It wasn't meant for that type of, audience or target market. It was more an ode or a creation for him to kind of push his limits, his boundaries, and really capture the scent memory of something that happened when he was 7 to 8 years old. Which to me was very intriguing, because it's like, damn, okay, cool. Now, with your hand, with your expertise, do you have the ability, the way that you speak about this, the way that you articulate the meaning behind it and the love behind it and the craft behind it, do you have the abilities to really do that with a fragrance? And will I, the end user, who is fortunate enough to get a sample, be able to feel the exact same way that you felt? So I was very intrigued. I got my Chypre Extraordinaire, I pushed it to the side. I got my Harrods Oud, I pushed it to the side. It came with oud extraordinaire, as well as sample of that. And I pushed that over to the side. That one I'll touch upon in a different video. But this was all about A Goodnight Kiss. And I really, really, really wanted to know if it could live up to the memories. Now, I guess I'll just drop it right off the top. Absolutely. Absolutely, yes. To me, this is a work of art. This is bringing something to life. This is bringing an emotion into a bottle. Granted, the bottle's expensive. It's, plus 1,000, I think, Great British Pounds, GBPs. So you're looking at a hefty investment if you're gonna get this. In my honest opinion, this is potentially more than enough. It's a heavy, heavy, heavy iris powdery makeup like scent. But to really say it that way is to really downplay this fragrance. The way that this fragrance is created is to really transport you into a time, as Roja Dove said, he remembers being tucked in by his mother, right? The smell of makeup, the smell of that perfume, and given the time period of when this all happened, you do kind of have that feeling of the type of perfumes that were worn during that time, the Chanel era, right? Where you have all those irises, all those powdery notes, all those makeup notes, the orris roots, stuff like that, the heliotropes, to kind of really set the mood and set the tone of what he as a child was feeling, and saying that that was the first time that he was able to link a moment in time to a smell and then recreate it into a bottle years down the road. And for me, as a person wearing this, and you can say feminine, you can say masculine, whatever the case may be, unisex, whatever, I felt it. I felt it. And it's in my opinion, I think it's highly, highly magical. I'm not saying go out and buy A Goodnight Kiss from Roja Dove. I'm not saying that. But I do want to explore the tolerance side of understanding that there could be scents that may not be necessarily in your playground. But there is an opportunity maybe for you to find that passion, that love, that kind of triggers a wonderful scent memory like this. It just so happens that the scent memory is from a perfumer, Roja Dove, which is, again, my main thing I kind of really wanted to explore, but I it's hit on the head so wonderfully that it's made me really rethink a lot about the house of Roja Dove. And you have, your higher end purple cap line. You have, your more entry lines with the perfume colognes, right? I think what that may technically offer you is a different experience. But when you start getting a little bit more to the more dedicated lines, like the more personal lines, like the purple caps, you do get to understand and feel that creativity and feel, what makes these so special, which is, in my opinion, really, really awesome when it comes to a perfume journey. To me, I love this. I think this fragrance is phenomenal. This is something that I personally would wear because I don't know if you guys know, I'm a huge fan of Chanel. I do love, the Les Exclusives line. And to me, this hits on so many levels, to the fact that I wouldn't mind selling maybe 3 of my 200 ml Chanels to get one of these. I think this is just a wonderful concoction. It's so done. It's done so well. There's so many wonderful florals in here. You get this beautiful, beautiful heliotrope in here. You get this wonderful orris root. It's just a very luxuriously old-fashioned fragrance. It smells so classic. You get this wonderful, I guess, makeup, powdery makeup like feel to it that doesn't feel fake. It doesn't feel fake, but it feels very transformative. It feels very, it's taking you a step back in time to relive a moment in time, to really enjoy and kind of say, I feel like I've been there. And to me, I think, when you have perfumes and fragrances that actually do that, you can't put a price on that. I think to me that experience is priceless. And it's just something I think you guys should really take a look at exploring. Um, you know, that's just my takeaway from this video. I didn't want to make it about like multiple fragrances or anything like that. I just think, when we talk about scent memories and we talk about, the tolerance of, different style fragrances and kind of not writing things off, especially things that have kind of been dubbed maybe as masterpieces or things that you've discovered to be masterpieces, you know, putting meaning, putting love, putting thought, putting a definition behind something and then articulating it to people, I think is the way that we should attack things in the fragrance community. And attack, I use attack as a friendly term. Um, you know, that's what this is about. That's what this community is about. It's about exploring, and it's about maybe, something that you may not have thought you would have had a chance to smell or chance to even like, hits in a different way and just resonates a beautiful scent memory. So that's just my closing thoughts on this. And I'm not trying to sell you on A Goodnight Kiss or anything like that, but I just thought it would be a cool way to kind of just talk about, a fragrance that somebody put so much thought into and really, really masterfully brought it to life. So I will be releasing more content when I do feel better. So, as always, please keep supporting the channel. Thank you so much for the support and the growth. And let me know, what's a fragrance that you feel has captured this type of emotion for you? I'd love to check out your comments in the comment section below. But in the meantime, much love. Peace out. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye. Have a great one. Take care.